Hi, welcome to video number 5 in our Getting Focused for Running and Fitness series. And today is Monday and we're going to do our exercise of the week. So the exercise of the week is something that you should be able to do anywhere without any kit or equipment, and it's something that's going to help you with your general physical posture and strength as well. And today we're going to talk about press-ups, which some people hate them, some people don't mind them, and the odd person does like them. But Kim's going to explain a little bit more about why press-ups are actually a really good one to do and maybe not as scary as some of us seem to think.
Okay, so press-ups are really good for everyday general fitness anyway, because it works certain areas of the body that help keep you open and upright and strong in your posture, like Jason said. It's really good for running because sometimes, again, when we run, a lot of people, this is generally speaking, tend to be in a kind of hunched posture or slouched over a little bit because of how we work day to day with driving or with typing or with doing this. So what press-ups can do is help you to open up because they strengthen certain areas and stretch other areas. So we're going to demonstrate using Jason a few different ways of doing press-ups that they make them less scary, easier to do, but you can still get the same benefits. So we'll start with just a standard basic, this is what it should look like if you're going to do a full press-up. So Jason's going to get into a press-up position first of all. So this is a high plank. So what we're looking for is shoulders directly over wrists. We're looking for him to push the ground away so that you get this kind of domed effect in your back. So you're pushing away with your hands so that your shoulder blades kind of go side to side like that. Okay, we're looking for a nice flat back with his bum down, not sticking up in the air, which looks like that, because you're going to hurt your lower back there. So it wants to be down and tucked in, and then nice and straight through your legs and you up on your toes. Okay, so he's going to go down into a press up and then come back up again. So what we're looking for here is to, ideally you want your elbows kind of tucked into your body, but that's really hard to do for a lot of people. So if you go a bit wider with your elbows on the way down, if you can do it again, and then push back up again to your high plank. It's a really basic, simple exercise, but that's a full press up. You can rest a minute.
Thanks.
If you find that really challenging to go all the way down and push all the way back up again, you can do a half press up. So if we demonstrate this, you can go to about here. You can still bend your elbows, go halfway down and push yourself back up, because the hardest part of a press up is pushing back up from so low. So if you're doing half ones, you're getting the same benefits. It's working your arms, it's working your shoulders, it's working your core, but it's not as challenging to go all the way down. So that's a half press up. Another thing that you can do if you're trying to work on the floor and trying to get your press ups even started is lower yourself right down to the floor and then go on your belly and then push yourself back up. So you lower yourself down slowly, right to your belly. That takes away some of the having to explode straight back up again, and then push yourself back up as best you can with your back nice and flat. It just takes a bit of the pressure out if you do it like that. So you can see at the bottom, Jason lifts his hands up a little bit just to make sure he's gone all the way down and then push back up again. So you can work on those. That'll really help strengthen your arms to do full ones. I've lost my train of thought with what I was going to say on that, but never mind, we'll come back to it. There's another one you can do, which is if you're finding going to the floor really, really hard, you can go into any raised surface. So if you've got a chair, which most people do, you can go to a chair. It's a nice height. Keep the same principles. So you're aiming to get your chest between your hands when you're going on a raised surface. Careful you don't knock your head. But you're keeping the same principle. You're keeping your back nice and flat. Elbows, depending on the width of your chair, are going to come out. You can also tuck your elbows in. You can tuck your elbows in a little bit more when you're doing it on a raised surface and work your triceps a little bit more if that's something you want to do. That's a bit easier.
So why wouldn't we do that? Why would we do that instead of, because a lot of people go onto the knees and do a press up, so why would you not do that?
So when you're on your knees, you can hurt your knees, basically. It's quite a lot of pressure through your knees. But it's also harder to keep the integrity of the move and to keep your back where it should be. It's kind of training yourself to do it not very well. Whereas if you do it like this, you can train yourself to keep that nice straight line all the way down your back. You can keep your posture nice and straight, and you can keep your shoulder blades pushing away from the ground and then pushing back again. You can really use your shoulders a lot more instead of putting all that weight through your knees. I know ladies like doing those, call them lady press-ups, don't you? But this is a better version of a lady press-up. And that's not being sexist. Women are just generally not as good at these as men because we don't have that general strength in our arms, most of us. You can also even go to a wall if you want. So even just doing that against a wall will really train your body to get that position and that movement right before you then go lower and then a bit lower and then a bit lower.
So the higher you go,
the easier it is.
So even like kitchen worktops are really good platform to do it on because it's not going to move and you can get a bit wider with your hands. Chair's alright, but you need to make sure it's not going to move, make sure it's not going to slide, obviously. You don't want any face plants, and also you can't get your hands quite as wide, but a kitchen worktop's quite good as well. Or a bench.
Yeah, anything that's just a bit higher than the ground, if you can go to that before you start, or if you can't do one full press up, go to a raised surface and do as many as you can there. If you can do one full press up and that's all, do your one on the floor and then do the rest on your raised surface.
There's variations obviously of the press up as well.
So if you're already really good at press ups,
so you can do a few different variations which I might struggle with.
One that you're not going to struggle with is just slowing it down, I think.
So
if you're really good at press ups and you can knock out 30, 40 already, just really slow it down. So count 4 on the way down, maybe even hold it at the bottom for 4 as well, and then count 4 on the way up. You'll be shaking and finding that hard. And that just helps you, I think it really helps you focus in on the move as well. It's not just bashing them out really easily. You can really focus on what it feels like and how it's working your back as well as your arms.
Okay.
Can you do them?
We'll do what we do in narrow ones and then do wide ones.
Wide ones with
So what's the difference? Well, we'll do them first. So the narrow ones are obviously hands quite close together, and you're going to go down and try and take your chest into your hands.
So because you're narrowing your positioning of your hands, you're really working your arms a lot more on this one.
Yeah, so these really work your triceps quite a lot. And then you can go wider. So wider ones tend to be a bit easier, I find anyway. So you've got nice wide.
So that's more the front, isn't it?
Yeah.
We tend to use this action a bit more. This tends to be a bit stronger, I think, in most people than your triceps. So that's why the wider one is probably easier because you're able to use that a little bit more.
I feel the wider one engages your back a lot more as well, so you sort of relax as well. So I find that quite a useful one for me for sort of running, where you're trying to engage your lats to help with your arm movement. Anything else?
Apart from slowing down, no.
Okay.
You're not going to do slowing down?
No. Yeah, so it's a basic exercise that we think it's easy to do. Obviously, you can do it anywhere, and it's really helpful for posture as well. So as far as how many to do, there's lots of different programs and different routines and things like that you can do to help you get better. One of my goals over this period is to get better at press-ups. I used to be all right at them, and I just haven't done them for a while. So yeah, one of my goals is to try and get up to 100 press-ups in 6 weeks. I don't know if that's ambitious or not, but just giving yourself a little goal. If you can't do 10 full press-ups, then have that as a goal and start off doing them against a worktop or a chair or something like that. And tend to doing them, most of the sort of plans that you see they're sort of based around doing certain amount every other day rather than every single day. So you could alternate those with your squats if you like, and yeah, and see how you get on. But yeah, pick a target for yourself and try and aim to get somewhere in 6 weeks. That's quite a useful thing to do. In 6 weeks, you can see a lot of progress as well.
And again, this is a really good time to do something like that, because if you're working from home and you don't normally work at home, you can easily just, again, when you've gone for a toilet break or you've gone for a cup of tea break, you can do some press-ups, can't you? It's not something you would necessarily do at work, maybe. So it's a really good opportunity to throw some of those into your day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so we hope that was useful, and we have got another video coming out on Wednesday this week, so that's another actual exercise routine and session, so please look out for that one. If you haven't already, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to get these videos, notifications of the videos when they come out, and you'll be able to get stuck in. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.